Namaste and good morning to one and all. This is a formal namaste and good morning. I am Farida Patel, and on behalf of the Make It Matter team at HDFC OGO, I welcome you all to this 29th session of our monthly initiative, Make It Matter. This initiative focuses around innovation and knowledge sharing. A special welcome to all our new colleagues and especially all our advisor partners who have joined in. Thank you so much. As I mentioned, we try to keep our conversation in Hindi and English, which is English. Okay. May I request you all to be please on mute? And if you have any questions, we will attempt to answer these questions at the end of the session. Do keep posting it on the chat window. It's that time of the year when we start a fresh new page in our diary. With new determination and resolution, we commit to refocus our goals by readjusting the lenses. And here it's my way of wishing you all a very happy new year. नए वर्ष में नई पहल हो, कठिन जिंदगी और सरल हो, अनसुलझी जो रही पहेली, अब शायद उसका भी हल हो. I'm talking COVID. जो चलता है वक्त देखकर, आगे जाकर वही सफल हो. नए वर्ष का उगता सूरज सबके लिए सुनहरा फल हो. And the Ukta Suraj. Suraj means Ravi. Ravi means Suraj. And the Ukta Suraj with us today is our very own Mr. Ravi Vishwanath, President, Accident and Health Business. A lot can be said about Ravi, but it makes sense if we hear it from himself, isn't it? So let's make the most today when we have Ravi with us. Let's learn from his experiences while we formally invite him to take us on his life journey in 7 passports. Welcome, Ravi, and over to you.
Thank you, Farida. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar, and नए वर्ष की शुभकामनाएं सबको. ये सूरज और रवि से मेरे को याद आया कि जब मैं शायद 3 या 4 साल का था, तब मुझे समझा कि मेरा नाम रवि मीन्स सन, सूरज. तो मैं इतना खुश हो गया क्योंकि मैंने सोचा कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ने मेरा नाम रवि रखा है बिकॉज मैं उनके दुनिया में आई ब्रिंग रोशनी, आई ब्रिंग लाइट एंड वार्मथ एंड ऑल दीस थिंग्स. उसके बाद मुझे पता चला कि मेरा नाम रवि रखा गया बिकॉज आई वाज बोर्न ऑन अ संडे. तो आई एम हैप्पी दैट आई वाज नॉट बोर्न ऑन अ वेडनेसडे, नहीं तो मेरा नाम बुद्धू रखा था. तो सो anyway, good morning, everybody. This is great to be here. It's nice to see new friends and old friends. Thank you for the honor of addressing this group today. It's a great honor, also a responsibility. I have to try and make sure that I don't waste your time. And considering that we have so many of our advisor colleagues on the call, and it's a part of our busy sales season, I will try to keep this relatively short and sweet. तो जब फरीदा और मैं बात कर रहे थे कि टॉपिक क्या होना चाहिए और किसके बारे में बात करना चाहिए, कुछ हमारे ऑप्शंस थे. And since Make It Matter is all about innovation and knowledge sharing, we came up with this concept that we're going to sort of do today. Because मेरी जिंदगी में I have had a good fortune of मैं काफी countries में काम कर चुका हूँ. मैं US में काम कर चुका हूँ, मैं Middle East, Asia, Australia में काम किया है मैंने. And I have also had the good fortune of traveling a lot to many countries around the world. And actually I am on my 7th passport right now. इसमें से एक बात है, लेकिन ये 7 पासपोर्ट में से एक पासपोर्ट मेरा पूरा फिलीपींस ने लिया है. Because कुछ साल में इंडोनेशिया में काम कर रहा था और इंडोनेशिया से I had to go to Philippines every 2 weeks and every 3 weeks, sorry. And फिलीपींस में तब रूल ये था कि सिंगल एंट्री वीजा देते थे. सो मैं 1 हफ्ता जाता था फिलीपींस, वापस आता था. पर्सनली आई हैव टू गो टू द फिलीपींस एम्बेसी इन जकार्ता, अप्लाई फॉर another new single entry visa. और उनका वीजा ऐसा था कि एक पेज में वीजा का स्टिकर लगा देते और दूसरे अक्रॉस वो स्टैम्प कर देते, यानी 2 पेजेस गए। एंड दिस आई डिड फॉर रफली 1 ईयर। तो मेरा एक पूरा पासपोर्ट में सिर्फ फिलीपींस का वीजा है। So that नहीं तो शायद मेरे अभी 6 पासपोर्ट होते थे, but still I've had the good fortune of being able to travel to many countries. I was counting for the purpose of this, and my count is 43 at the moment. So I've been to 43 countries, which is I'm very fortunate to do. And what I have learned is that travel helps. Whether you're traveling, अगर हम हमारे देश ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट वेस्ट, या हम इंटरनेशनली ट्रैवल करते हैं, travel helps you look beyond color. It helps you look beyond language. It helps you look beyond religion. और एक बात हम समझते हैं कि कहीं भी जाए आप दुनिया में, लोगों को वही चीजें चाहिए, रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान, health and security for themselves and their loved ones, education for their children, better life for their children. And of course, now with COVID and everything else, everybody also wants fast Wi-Fi and 4G. But पूरी दुनिया में लोगों को वही चीजें चाहिए। And मैंने ये भी देखा है कि अक्सर अगर आप लोगों से अच्छे हो तो लोग आपसे अच्छे होते हैं। अगर आप लोगों पे विश्वास करें, if you trust people, the trust is returned. And most people are honest. So in terms of my journey and my sort of travels, this is sort of what I've learned. And what I want to do today is I want to take a little bit of time and through my kind of life, share with you 7 stories. And I'll share with you 7 stories that, किसी की life में कुछ होती है, घटनाएं होती हैं, which get imprinted in their mind. It makes them who they are. And so I want to share with you 7 stories which have made me, to some extent, who I am. It informs the way I look at the world. मेरा जो नजरिया है दुनिया देखने का, ये घटनाएं जो हुई है, इनसे इन्फ्लुएंस होती है। तो कुछ ये कहानियां मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहता हूँ, and I hope that it is something that you find interesting. I would request please कि जो अभी नए ज्वाइन किए हमारे दोस्तों, प्लीज आप अपने आप को म्यूट कर लें, because so that there is no disturbance for others. Thank you. और भी बात मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो कंट्रीज जहाँ मैंने ट्रैवल किया, अगर आपको ये कंट्रीज में जो क्या वहाँ पे बेस्ट रेस्टोरेंट्स है या क्या बेस्ट गोल्फ कोर्सेज हैं, ये अगर जानना है तो मुझसे बात करिए, and I'll be happy to be your guide. So let me start with the first story. The first story is a story of failure. तो हमारी कहानी ये शुरू होती है ओमान में, ओमान, मस्कत. My parents lived in Dubai and Muscat for a long time, for 32 years. And उसमें से 3 साल मैं भी वहां पे I went to school in Muscat. So ये 7th standard की बात है, जब मैं 7th standard में था. I was a good student, not the best student. I was never first or second, but मान लीजिए top 10% में. And my marks were good in all subjects. एक बार ऐसा हुआ कि I got एक कोई टर्म एग्जाम कुछ था and मैं थोड़ा बीमार पड़ गया था. I could not prepare. And next day एक मैथमेटिक्स का एक एग्जाम था, छोटा टर्म पेपर. I still remember कि ये 50 मार्क्स का पेपर था and मुझे मिले मार्क्स 7 out of 50. I had never got 7 out of 50 or anything like that in anything. So I could not understand what happened. I remember my teacher, Sunny Thomas, उनका नाम था. ये एक बड़े अच्छे kind of आदमी थे. And he was trying to calm me down. And I kept going. फिर टर्म एग्जाम आया. टर्म एग्जाम 100 मार्क का था. I scored 4 in maths. 4 out of 100. Can you imagine like how bad you have to screw it up to score 4. And I was, and baki sab mein theek tha, everything, English, history, jo bhi, geography, law, everything very good. But 4 marks out of 100 in maths. I was shattered. My brain stopped working. एक दूसरे टीचर थे जिनका नाम था रोमन डिसूजा. He was not my class teacher. And Roman D'Souza का ये था कि he was the strictest teacher in the school. And एक बार मैं कहीं कोई फुटबॉल ग्राउंड या जो भी था वहां पे मैं क्वाइटली बैठ के रो रहा था कि ये क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. 4 मार्क मिल गए. तो Roman sir was walking past. He stopped. He said, क्या हुआ? And I said, this is my mark. I don't know what is happening. So he said, okay, no problem. I will come to your house every day. In the not every day, once a week. Every Wednesday it was. So our school used to start at 12:30 in the afternoon. So I will come at 10:30, 1.5 hours, and I will personally coach you. So Roman sir did this. And I remember he did not do anything. We would just sit and do the same problems. And he would just sit there and say nothing and just let me do my own thing. And slowly, my rank got better. And never great till 8th standard. So I passed 7th standard, did not fail, went into 8th standard. Then and उसके बाद भी I've thought about this कि वो जो मेरा पहला जो शॉक था in terms of जो पहला जो फेलियर था उसने मेरे माइंड को इतना ये कर दिया था, इतना कंस्ट्रेन कर दिया था कि उसके बाद to just think about it became difficult. And what I understood then is that मेरी capability में कोई खराबी नहीं थी. I was smart, I was intelligent, I was willing to work hard. लेकिन मैंने अपने आप पे कोई कंस्ट्रेंट डाल लिया था कि शायद मैं अच्छा नहीं, शायद मुझसे नहीं होगा. And what I learned is that, and this is a message I want to share with you, is that many times our attitude to things determines whether we succeed more or less than our capability. हम सबके पास एक कैपेबिलिटी होती है, किसी चीज में हाई होगी, किसी चीज में लो होगी, बट हमारी जो एटीट्यूड है, that is what determines whether we succeed more or less than what our capability is. So this is the first story I wanted to share with you. The second story I want to share with you is, and again, can I request people to please be on mute?
Arvind Singh.
And Farida, can you just, there's a lot of disturbance. So if you can ask, if you can put people on mute from the back end, that will be good, please. Okay. Okay. The second story I want to talk about is about insurance and how I stumbled into insurance. Especially जो यहाँ पे हमारे colleagues हैं, हमारे जो employees हैं, many of them would not have started probably their career in insurance. Somehow we sort of stumbled into insurance. And sort of the same thing happened with me when I was in graduate school. I was finishing my MBA in the US. The three companies were the top companies that people would want to work with, who would come and recruit on our campus. एक था AIG, दूसरा था Citibank, तीसरा था Merrill Lynch. Now AIG wanted to recruit me. They want to bring me to India. Because तब इंडिया ऐसा लग रहा था कि इंडिया का इंश्योरेंस मार्केट खुलेगा, लेकिन वो बंद हो गया, इंडिया का मार्केट नहीं खुला. So then, because I had lived and worked in the Middle East, they have an opportunity in the Middle East, so I sort of stumbled into it. AIG का in that time they had a management training program, and जो management training program था उनका, this was a global program, लेकिन Middle East में इन्होंने इसको start नहीं किया था. So I joined as a management trainee, and Middle East में I was the first person to join in this global program. तो मैं आया, I was very excited, इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है, मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम है, इनका ग्लोबल प्रोग्राम अच्छा होगा. तो मैं आया पहले दिन and I was placed in the health department, group health department. तो मैंने कहा कि ट्रेनिंग मैनुअल कहाँ है? And my boss at that time, he said कि हमारे पास तो कोई ट्रेनिंग मैनुअल है ही नहीं. तो फिर मैं क्या करूं? आपके पास ना ट्रेनिंग मैनुअल है, ना ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम है, कुछ नहीं. अब मैं आया गया हूं, मैं क्या करूं? So I decided that I will make the training manual. I know nothing about insurance. I know nothing about the company. I know nothing about anything actually. And I said कि मैं training manual बनाऊंगा. And अगले 6 महीने में I made the entire training manual, which had everything about the company, which had everything about the industry, which had everything about the products, which had everything about sales, all the things that as a new employee people would want to know. And that training manual has been used, uske baad, at least for the 10 years that I was there, we used that same manual. And my point of this story is to say that many times from talking to our colleagues, उनको लगता है, लोग कहते हैं कि आई एम नॉट एम्पावर्ड. मुझे करना था, मेरा आइडिया था, लेकिन आई एम नॉट एम्पावर्ड. मेरा काम तो ये है, मेरा लेवल ये है, मेरा बॉस वो है, etc. And the point I want to make, and this is something that I learned and something I believe in, is that empowerment actually is not something that is given to people. Empowerment is something that is taken. You have to be empowered. You have to think that you're empowered. And if you think you're empowered, you are empowered. If you think you are not empowered, then you are not empowered. If you choose not to want to be empowered, then you are not empowered. And this was an important lesson for me that I learned in this job. This was my first real job. And nobody stopped me. I could do whatever I wanted to do in this for this manual. I could do मैं किसी भी बात करता था कोई, and people are happy to talk to me because I did not know that as a management trainee I'm not supposed to do this, and that is important. So my point is, the point I want to make for you is empowerment. Empowerment is not something that is just given. Yes, somebody can say that, okay, you are empowered to do it, but unless you feel that you're empowered, unless you take the empowerment, you are not empowered. As I was in this company, now we are in Sharjah in the UAE. So I joined AIG in the US, and now I'm in Sharjah. And the management training program was supposed to be a 2-year program. Suddenly, about 6 months into this, one entire team resigned. And they were desperate to fill that position. And they told me, yes, आपका 2 साल का management training का program है, लेकिन बस हो गया आपका training, अभी you are now in sales. You are a sales rep. And sometimes those things happen, right? And I could have said, नहीं करूँगा. I could have said that, नहीं मेरा 2 साल का program है, मुझे अभी ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी है, वो भी है. But sometimes you have to be open to opportunities, which is the next point I want to make, is that you have to be open to opportunities that come your way. And you don't know where those opportunities will come from. You don't know who will give you those opportunities. But it is about being open to opportunities, right? That is important. And that is something that is helped me well in my entire career, to be open to opportunities and to take things as they come, instead of expecting that something perfect will happen. Everybody's career graph is different. Everybody's growth path is different. Everybody's opportunities come at different times. Everybody's opportunities come at different pays. So being open to opportunities is important. And I got into sales. And once I got into sales, because अभी तक तो मैं technical सिर्फ काम कर रहा था, मैं तो ये manual बना रहा था. This is when I really started appreciating, and I want people to understand this कि जो हम करते हैं insurance में, इसकी value क्या है? This is when I really started appreciating it. So my job, I was a sales rep, and I was selling group policies. I was selling group health, group accident, and group life policies. My third case was a small case. It was a small company of lawyers who were based in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, उस जमाने में शायद 3 घंटे का drive था from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. So they were based in Abu Dhabi, and we sold this case. I sold this case, and these, this company, this law company, bought the policy. But choti company, there were 10 or 12 lawyers. They had a case. So, मान लीजिए January 1st, they bought the policy. January 3rd or 4th, they drove down. They say 4 or 5 people drove down to Dubai. They had some meeting, and then they were driving back on the 5th, and their car had an accident, and all of them died. It was a big policy, right? In terms of coverage, life coverage, I remember it was $400,000 per life, plus $400,000 for accidents. $800,000 per person. आज की तारीख roughly 4-5 crore. Big policy, big claim. And my company AIG paid it immediately, and I went to the law office and to give the checks to the senior partner there. And giving that check, जो हमारे जो agents हैं ये call में, जो आप रोज करते हो, it was for me a different experience, a new experience, because at the time when things are down, it is only the insurance company that actually comes in and supports in this way. And हमारा जो काम जो हम करते हैं every day, हमारे जो colleagues हैं, maybe you are in IT, maybe you are in marketing, maybe you are in operations, maybe you are in underwriting, maybe you are in finance, maybe you are in tax. And what I know is that most of the time, many of the time, हम भूल जाते हैं what we are actually doing in the world. What is the impact of what we are doing in the world? We'll fast forward several years, and we'll now move to Coimbatore. Coimbatore, my father, my parents used to live there. My mother still does. My father passed away 3 years ago. Before he passed away, he was in hospital for a long time. And I used to go on the weekends. So every weekend I would go to Coimbatore and I would stay with him in the hospital. So ऐसा ही एक रात था, and so my father is in his hospital room, he's sleeping, and मुझे lightly I could hear the sound of a woman crying. So I went out. This is 2:30 in the morning. So I went out, and वहाँ पे there was a lady next room outside the door, relatively young lady, maybe 35 years old. उनका नाम लक्ष्मी था, Lakshmi है, and she was crying quietly. आंसू ऐसे आ रहे. तो मैंने उनको पूछा, तमिल में पूछा कि क्या हुआ. So she told me her story. उनके जो husband जो hospital room में थे, उनका कुछ साल पहले kidney transplant हुआ था. Now he had his own business. They had a car, they had a house, they had savings, they had two daughters, they had saved for their education and other things. They did not have health insurance. And हस्बैंड को किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट की जरूरत थी. They found a donor. They sold the house. They sold the car. जो भी उनकी सेविंग्स थी वो सब चली गई. Luckily, the husband had a successful operation. And they could go back home, and they were hoping to rebuild their life. As part of the post-treatment surgery, the husband had to come for dialysis regularly. गाड़ी नहीं है उनके पास, पैसे भी कम है, तो ये ऑटो में आते थे डायलिसिस के लिए. And it was every alternate day dialysis. एक बार ऑटो का एक्सीडेंट हो गया और ये जो इनके हस्बैंड थे, इनका पैर फ्रैक्चर हो गया. And he was not really able to be mobile. He needs dialysis. अगर dialysis नहीं हुआ तो he will die. And his leg is fractured. And he had some other broken bones. So now they have no option but to admit him to the hospital. To do that, she had taken a loan. Because they have कुछ पैसे उनके पास बचे नहीं है. She had taken a loan. She was paying 45% interest on that loan. And this lady was sitting outside her hotel, her hospital room, her husband's hospital room, and quietly crying क्योंकि उसको पता ही नहीं था कि ये interest जो है, ये loan जो है, कर्जा जो है, ये कैसे चुकाएंगे. And I felt that as insurance professionals, ऐसी इतनी लक्ष्मीज हैं पूरी कंट्री में, अगर हमने इनको इंश्योरेंस नहीं दिया, then I think it is our failure. It is our failure that somebody like that had to go and take a loan at 45% interest. And even if our husband does well, that family is financially ruined forever. And उनके जो भी सपने थे, घर था, गाड़ी थी, बच्चों को एजुकेशन सब करना था, उनके जो भी सपने थे एकदम बिखर गए. And so sometimes we forget what we do. We think we are in finance. We think we are programming an app. We think we are underwriting a policy, or we think we are, doing marketing, or we think we are in communications, or we think we are, in administration. We think we are managing offices. But that is not what we are doing. We are helping people live better lives. And every person in our company and every advisor who's on this call is doing this. And I think when we understand the power of what we are doing, the power of how we are positively impacting society, it makes a big difference in the way that we think about the work we do. At least it has made for me. When I see that case, and there are so many other checks, maybe, I've been doing insurance now for 23 some years. And in my career, I've been fortunate to give so many checks to so many families and so many checks to so many companies. And it always reminds me of the power of what we do. And it's something that I encourage all of us to remember. That, if you are paying a claim, if you are underwriting a policy, if you are paying a voucher, if you are, setting up an office, if you are doing security, if you are doing any job that we do, ultimately, we're doing that because at the end of the day, we want to make sure there is no Lakshmi who's sitting quietly crying because her life is completely shattered. And if we believe in that and we remember that, and ye hame yaad rakhna chahiye. And if we do that, then I think, at least for me, it has made a big difference in the way I see my life. It has made a big difference in the way that I see, my role in the world and what I'm doing to make the world a better place. It's why I love our industry with all its flaws and all its problems. It's why I love health insurance with all its flaws and all its problems. Because I know that every time we do something right, we are helping some family somewhere live a better life. And I would encourage all of you to keep that in mind because it will make you think differently. It has made me think differently. And I hope that it will make you think differently as well. When you realize the power of what we are doing, the power of what we're doing. But how do we do it well? My wife works for a company called Amazon, and Amazon has many leadership principles, we call it. And the one that I like the most is one that's called disagree and commit, which basically says that if you have a different point of view, you must debate. Uh, Maybe you will agree, one person convinces the other, or you disagree. But once a decision has been made, even if you disagree with it, then you must commit to fulfilling it completely. In my career, I have seen many times, and for me, this I think has been the whenever I've seen failure, and everything we do is ultimately a team, right? It is never an individual doing something. Whenever I see failure, it is because the team did not disagree and commit, which means that you have a debate, you have a discussion. उसके बाद जब decision हो जाती है, then everybody is 100% committed to implementing that decision. बहुत time क्या होता है is that we say अच्छा I don't ठीक है मैं I will say okay, but actually मैं तो करूँगा नहीं. And I had this problem once. This was now back in Dubai, and I got a new boss. This gentleman's he was a French person. I won't say his name actually. A French gentleman who came in, and इनका एक अलग ही view था in terms of how to run business. And I had a very different view. We disagreed, and for 3 months, I said, okay, sir, we'll do it, and with no intention of doing it, no honest intention of doing it, and I didn't do it. And because I was not, I was agreeing, yes, yes, sir, but not doing anything. Our relationship was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And finally, I had to decide that either I have to commit and do what he wants because he is my boss, and I can disagree, but I have to commit, or I have to move. And finally, I decided to move. It was the same organization in a different role, but I could not make him agree, and it was getting very frustrating to say yes, sir, and then not do anything. And I would urge all of you on the call, especially our colleagues, to not make that same mistake that I made, which is to say yes, sir, and then not have an intention of doing it. Once a decision has been made, I think it is important to be fully committed and not to be passive aggressive, because that for me has been the main reason why things don't work. The other reason that things don't work, and these are mistakes I've made in my life, which I'm sharing, is whether you do the job or not. And for this, I want to tell you a story about Indonesia. When I was working in Indonesia, I mean, just say many times we call foreigners Goras. Japan में अगर जाओगे तो foreigners are called gaijin. And in Indonesia, foreigners are called bule. So I was in Indonesia and I was a bule. And generally, लोग कहते हैं कि if you are a bule, you don't understand the real nuances of Indonesia. And Indonesia is a very complex society. In many ways, it's like India because you have many different cultures. You have many different languages. As a foreigner going to Indonesia, you think Indonesia is Indonesia, a country. Just a lot of foreigners come to India and think India is India, but they don't realize that north or south में शायद कोई फर्क है, east और south में कोई फर्क है, east and west में फर्क है, languages में फर्क है, cultures में फर्क है, food में फर्क है. उनको, if you ask a foreigner, India is butter chicken, India is dal, Bollywood, but they don't know there are many levels of India below that. Similarly, मैं Indonesia गया था, and I was very arrogant कि मुझे पता है, and I will teach them how to do things. I'm the foreigner who has come as an expert to help fix the country for them. So I was very proud. Now, Indonesia में एक चीज है कि just like I was saying, Indonesia में as a culture typically लोग नहीं बोलते हैं. They will not say no. But no बोलने के 1000 तरीके होते हैं. मैं नया था and I did not yet know कि no बोलने के 1000 तरीके होते हैं. All the people understand. लेकिन as a foreigner, as a bule, I did not understand because अगर मुझे no बोलना है तो मैं no बोलता हूँ. लेकिन ये no नहीं बोलेंगे, say yes, but this or that. No बोलने के 1000 तरीके होते हैं, which I did not appreciate. And मेरा काम था कि वहां पे मुझे change लाना है. Okay, my title was Chief Change Officer. There was a lot of projects that we had to do to make change. So I started by making change. ऐसे करो, वैसे करो, इसको ऐसे करो, उसको वैसे करो. And a lot of the people said yes. कुछ नहीं हो रहा. It was very frustrating. Now I will get frustrated. मुझे गुस्सा आ गया. मैं और जोर से चिल्लाऊंगा. ये लोग और जोर से yes 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 बोलेंगे, लेकिन कुछ नहीं होगा. And what it taught me is a few things. First is that it was my fault because मैंने उनको context ही नहीं दिया था. I did not tell them why I want to make the change. And for those of you who are managers and you want to make change in your team, you want to make your team to perform in a different way. What I learned was that you have to take time to set the context. To say कि ये हमारे issues है, ये हमारे ideas है, ये हम इसलिए कर रहे हैं. And I did not do that. And this was a lesson that I learned, which I have tried to then implement subsequently. The second is I was completely blind to cultural and personal considerations. Culture, I never made the effort to learn the culture initially. I never made the effort to make personal connections. And for those of you who are new managers or you get promoted and you have a larger team or you move to a different location, I would urge you to take the time to invest in learning about the personal considerations of that place, the cultural considerations of that place, before you start making change. The third thing I learned is that every job is a sales job. Having been in sales for many years, I was now in this change role where I did not have any top line, bottom line responsibility for the first time in a long time. But I realized that this job also is a sales job. Because sales is nothing but convincing someone to do something for you, hopefully for mutual benefit. And you can be in any department. You can be in finance, you can be in underwriting, you can be in claims, you can be anywhere in our organization. You don't have to be in the sales department. You don't need to have a top line target against your name. But make no mistake, you are in a sales job. Because you cannot succeed by yourself. You can only succeed if you convince others to your point of view and bring them along with you. And to do that, you have to set context. To do that, you have to be able to communicate your point of view. You have to sell your vision. And so you should take the time, make the time to do that, to sell your vision and bring people along. Because you have to do things together. You have to do it by building trust. And trust is like a savings account, right? You have to keep depositing because someday you'll have to withdraw. So you have to keep depositing that. And you build trust by being honest and being straightforward, by setting context, by communicating. And this is what I learned in Indonesia in that job, because the first 6 months was very, very frustrating. I was not able to do anything at all. And it took me 6 months to learn these very simple lessons, honestly, which I did not know. But I learned to take the time to learn about the culture, to learn about the personal considerations of my team, to learn about setting context, to communicate better, to communicate clearly. I spent time learning the language. I'd already been in a different job in Indonesia for 3 years by then, but I had not learned the language. So I got a coach, I learned Bahasa Indonesia, so that I could communicate better. I could understand their nuances better. And make that effort. And for those of you who are new managers, for those who are expanding their roles, uh, I would encourage you to take the time to do that yourself. That has been very successful for me. I want to talk about my favorite restaurant in the world. My favorite restaurant in the world is in Taipei, in Taiwan. It is called Din Tai Fung. Din Tai Fung they have some now branches in some other parts of the world, but the one in Taipei is the original one. And Din Tai Fung it's famous for one dish. They have got, every dish there is fantastic, but it's famous for one dish. And that dish is called Xiao Long Bao. Xiao Long Bao is a dim sum ya momo ke jaise hai. It is stuffed with some meat. So by the way, this is only for non-vegetarians. And soup. Ye dumpling ke andar soup hai. Soup and some meat. And there's a particular way that you eat. You take in a spoon, you put some ginger on it, soya, it's a whole tamasha to eat this one momo. But the reason that, and it tastes fantastic, but the reason that I bring it up here is because now, if you go to Din Tai Fung in Taipei, you will wait outside for 2 hours, 2.5 hours in queue before you go in, right? It's a big restaurant. And it's just coming. Just say, ekdam line mein. But every Xiao Long Bao will have precisely 18 folds. Okay, उसके ऊपर जो fold होती है, it will precisely have 18 folds. Never 19, never 17. The other similar story I've heard is about Apple and Mac computers. The first Macintosh, the first set of Macintosh that were released in the market, every single one of them inside the computer was signed by the Apple team. Steve Jobs and his entire team would sign the inside of every computer. Nobody, koi bhi nahi dekhega isko. And Steve Jobs' point was that real artists sign their work. So, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, they sign their work if they do a painting. And for him, the Mac was a work of art. He said real artists sign their work. And so inside of every Macintosh was signed by them. And Din Tai Fung, that level of care. And I bring this up because I believe, and I've seen that precision matters. When चीजें करने के लिए बहुत तरीके, right? You can do something 80% and it's good enough. You can do something 90%. It's better. You can do something 100%. But the precision matters, at least in my experience and for me. Because when you show, or when you actually do something with care and you show that you have taken care, you don't have to tell people that you have taken care. It becomes visible. Somehow in the subconscious mind understands that whoever has done this has done it with care, has thought about it, has thought about you before telling you something. And quality therefore counts. The quality is hard work. Quality is hard work. But when you do something of quality, people can tell. And quality is everywhere. Just like every job is a sales job, every job is a quality control job, right? You can control your own quality. How you write an email, how when you read a letter that is going to a customer and it doesn't sound right, do you change it or do you say, chalo, let it go? You see something that is slightly incorrect, you let it go. You see a document where the formatting is slightly off, you fix it, do you let it go? Makes a difference, right? The details make the difference, the details matter. And that's the reason that I love this restaurant in Taipei, which is called Din Tai Fung, because for them the details matter. I don't know if 17 fold hoga to better hoga ya worse hoga, 19 fold hoga to better hoga ya worse hoga. But I appreciate that somebody has done the work to determine ki 18 fold perfect hai. And they are so meticulous about it that even if a million Xiaolongbas go in a day, I know that every time it will be 18. That level of care, that level of precision is something that people appreciate. And you don't have to tell them that you're quality, because then they know that you're quality. Everything that you do, every communication that you send, every external communication, every internal communication, if that is it of the highest quality, that you can make it. And I think that if we take the time to make things of the highest quality, it will help. The last story I want to talk about is about life and how it moves in circles and cycles. So I started in AIG. I started in the US. I moved to the Middle East. I moved to Asia. And then AIG, as you may remember, collapsed. And coincidentally, 2 days after AIG collapsed, I had a call from an ex-colleague of mine who was working with AI. He was associated with AIA before, now working with Munich Re, who called me and said, "Okay, we have a India mein called Apollo, at that time DKV, Apollo Munich, and we have a role. Would you like to do it?" It was a fantastic role. So I moved there. 5 years later, I got a call from AIG, again, now called AIA, saying, "We have this role for you. Would you like to come back?" So I went back. Some years later, I was at Reliance. Reliance collapsed. HDFC Ergo bought Apollo Munich. And I ended up back here with people, many people that I know, many advisor friends that I know, जिन्हें मैं जानता हूँ, जो मुझे जानते हैं. And so my point is that life moves in cycles. Life moves in circles. And that's why I like our logo or our strapline of "Take it easy." Because sometimes I feel that we take too much tension. करियर में क्या होगा, अगला क्या होगा, मेरी टीम का क्या होगा, मेरा क्या होगा, मेरा ये डेजिग्नेशन है, वो कंपनी वो डेजिग्नेशन है, यहाँ पे वो है, वहां पे ये है. And actually in the long run, none of those things matter, because life moves in cycles and life moves in circles. And what you think, today you are on the top of the hill and tomorrow you'll be down, and tomorrow you'll be down, and suddenly something comes up and you are on the upswing again. And that's how life is. So my point is to make the best of what you have when you have it, because you don't know how life is going to go later. But the investments that you make in the past will always come to help you in the future. So friends, what I wanted to share with you were these thoughts, right? Make It Matter is about innovation and knowledge sharing. And I've tried to share some of whatever I have learned in my career. So first is travel. Travel in India, travel around the world. Travel is the best education that you can give yourself. Travel is the best education you can give your child. It's just amazing. It's the best investment you can make in yourself. Travel domestically, travel internationally, learn new cultures, and you will see that everybody is different and everybody is still the same. Many of us may have stumbled into insurance, but don't forget the power of insurance to change people's lives. We are in a noble profession. Every one of us contributes to helping people live happier, healthier, better lives, so that they can achieve their dreams that they have for their families. And every one of us, jo ye call pe hai, is making that contribution to people in their own way. So when you get up in the morning, remember that. Remember that, right? That the reason that you are here and the impact you're having on the world is tremendous. It'll make you think about what you do, I think, in a different way. But you have to also contribute. And to contribute, when we're working together, have the debates, disagree. But once an agreement has been made, please commit to it. Because in my experience, when I have not done it, when I have disagreed and then said, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, but in my mind, no, sir, nahi karunga. Nobody benefits. Nobody benefits. And at the end of the day, if it is something that the company has decided it wants to do, you had an opportunity to sell your case. and you didn't make the sale. That's fine. Move on. But implement 100%. For managers out there, be mindful of cultural considerations. Be mindful of personal considerations. This is a team sport. Right? None of us are going to succeed individually. We will only succeed if our team is with us. So for all of us, whether you're in sales or non-sales, every job is a sales job because you have to convince people about your point of view. You have to bring people together. You have to bring people along with you who are committed, who want to solve problems together and do things together. So please remember that. And remember to set the context. I made that mistake in Indonesia, as I was telling you, and 6 months that I could have made a better impact. I did not, because I did not take the time to set context. I was too proud. I thought people will understand, but people did not understand. Details matter. The efforts that one makes is visible to the subconscious mind. And those details matter. And when our customers, internally and externally, understand and look at something and they say that this person has put thought into it and has looked at the minute things, it gives confidence. It'll help you become a better professional. It'll make us a better company. To do this, you don't have to wait for anybody to tell you to do it. Empowerment is not given to somebody. You can get a letter saying you are empowered. You can get a delegation of authority saying you are empowered. It means nothing. Empowerment is not given. Empowerment is taken. Empowerment is taken. And finally, life moves in circles. Life moves in cycles. Take it easy. Don't stress yourself. Be patient with yourself. Because ultimately, these things are not worth stressing about. So these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to share with everybody. I hope some of it was useful for you. Farida, if we have any questions, I don't know if you have some time for questions. I'm happy to take a few. But otherwise, I hope that this was useful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. In fact, on the chat window, we have praises, people finding the talk inspiring. Some have gone saying, "Love you, Ravi sir." The lessons that people have picked up, especially the notes that I have made. And while we opened this forum for questions, there were comments which came appreciating this talk. We opened this forum for question. Nazia, may I request you to please collect those questions for us so that we can share it with Ravi if there are any. Meanwhile, Ravi, there's surely certain things that I have taken from your talk. Attitude matters. Okay? Empowerment has to be grabbed. Gone are the days where things would be done as an individual. Now it's a matter of teams working together. We have the power of positively impacting people, and we need to take cognizance of that. We can disagree, so there's no need to say yes. If we have a point of view, we can disagree and yet be on a consensus and commit together. Quality count, detail matters. And yeah, life moves in circles and cycles, but the best was the last piece of advice: take it easy. Beautifully done. Thank you so much for sharing the experiences. Nazia, do we have any questions? Would we like to, are there any questions around? Because I could only read praises. No question, only praises. To our advisor friends around, this forum basically is to motivate and learn. So while we have challenges and that's been met at work, but this is an opportunity for us to learn, share, and have something, think about something and do something differently for ourselves, which is very difficult in the fast-paced times. I take this opportunity, and I'm going to request Ravi as well to urge on behalf of the Make It Matter team to take this platform, come and speak. And so Ravi, obviously here is going to do that for us as well. Ravi, please.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, one other thing that I have learned is that there is no good ideas are everywhere. Nobody has a monopoly on good ideas. And, I would encourage everybody who's on this call to really, think about doing this, just reach out to Farida and she will set it up. Your thoughts matter, your opinions matter, your experiences matter, and hopefully, what your experiences will, make things matter for the rest of us. So please do bring the time to do it. It's fun.
Thank you, Ravi, for this one. We had our senior colleagues, and I see a lot of faces. We obviously see our senior colleagues, our leadership team sitting there. We had Ritesh sir around who had to excuse for an external meeting, but a lot of our senior colleagues sitting visible out there. If anyone has to say anything for this session, may I invite you all to please say something? Anyone amongst us? You'll have to unmute Nazia on your end. It's not getting unmuted. Nevertheless, I'm sure there's a lot. If you can't say on the forum, we are reaching you out. We need your feedbacks, your testimonials, your appreciation that flows in. If you're doing something good, do please share. If you want us to improve on something, do please share. Make it matter. And with this, may I request Mansoori sir to say a few words on this session?
Yeah. So thank you very much, Ravi, for a very inspiring session. You beautifully talked about your personal life experiences. And often in today's world, people talk about work and life separately. And often the debate goes that, okay, how can we separate these two things? No. But life and work is so intertwined with each other. And you touched upon some of those things that, okay, how each one of those things kind of influence your work life, influence your personal life, your personal experiences, influence the work life. And that's a very, very important aspect to it. So many things, so many times those learning comes and changes, and we often do not realize it. Probably somebody who is looking from outside to us, they say, okay, yeah, it's the same guy, but he's changed now. And we still believe that, okay, we are the same guy. And that's the primary reason is that we learn from our life experiences. We learn from our leaders, and unknowingly we try to mimic. And we keep saying that, okay, this is our individual personality, but they simply forget that, okay, whatever they are behaving, they are acting, it's just what they have learned from their leaders. So thank you very much, Ravi. It was a great session. I'm pretty sure all the audience here, we have a good audience, and they have learned and they those things.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Ravi. Ravi, this one's personally from me. While we see you as a successful leader, it takes a lot of courage and heart to share stories which you shared. Tremendous respect, because you have given all of us a meaning again today that failures have to be taken in stride, and we can shine again, just like your name. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being on this session. We look forward to your feedback, your comments, your appreciation, which will help us do much better. And we also look at your participation. Each one of us can make it matter. Do nominate yourself and be on this forum. Till we see you all the next Friday, the next month, the first Friday of the next month. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you.